Hello, teacher. My name is Micaela Valdivia, and today I'll be presenting my analysis of E. E. Cummings' poem "Unjust." Um, this poem captures the spirit of childhood. It uses a creative language structure, and also it reflects how kids experience the world. Well, first we'll need to ask ourselves who was E. E. Cummings. Before diving into the poem, I'll just need to highlight some aspects of his life. So he was born in 1994 in Cambridge, Massachusetts. He grew up in an intellectually rich environment. His father was a Harvard professor, and he went on to study at Harvard himself. Cummings was not only a poet, but also a painter and a writer. His style was bold and experimental. He played with punctuation, spacing, and even grammar sometimes. And also he has like unique poetic voice. During World War I, he served as an ambulance driver in France and was mistakenly imprisoned for suspected espionage, an experience that he later wrote about in The Enormous Room. Over his career, he wrote nearly 3,000 poems, many of which celebrate themes like love, nature, and childhood. And just this poem that I'm gonna be talking about is one of his most famous pieces, known for its unconventional take on childhood. Now, to take like an overview of this poem, Unjust is written from a child's point of view. It's set in early spring, a time of like new beginnings all over the world, and it describes children playing outside as a strange but magical figure. The Balut Man appears as well in this poem. At first glance, it feels playful and light, but then there's a deeper hint about the passage from childhood into adulthood. About his style and also the language of this poem. Well, he's well known for breaking all the rules in poetry. He uses unusual punctuation, made up words. We can see that a lot in this poem. And well, that also helps him to sound like a child in this poem. Like a child speaks like quickly with a lot of excitement and without worrying about the grammar. So he makes up like words like madluicious or puddle wonderful. This reflects how children experience the world with excitement and creativity. Instead of telling us what the spring feels like, he made us feel it through the language that he uses on this poem. Regarding the perception, the child's perspective as well, he merged names like Eddie and Bill, like Betty and Isabel, just like how kids talk, like very fast without worrying about the grammar or how they pronounce words. He also skips regular punctuation and light breaks, which makes the poem feel spontaneous and full of energy. Now, we can talk about the Balut man. He is like a mysterious figure, described as lame sometimes. Um, this is like a possibly reference for something mythological. It also, well, some people find this like creepy, like inside the poem. He also represents like moments when kids start to notice the world isn't just a play, but it's like the real world. And this is also complex and a little strange for the kids. And regarding the theme of innocence, um, it's the heart of the poem. The poem celebrates innocence and play. The children in the poem are lost in their games, their names merge together like best friends who are always side by side and they're always gonna be together, just like we as kids think as well. Um, but the balloon man's presence hints that this innocence won't last forever and they're gonna become like adults very soon. They're also gonna be starting feeling that something is shifting inside of them, even if they don't see it yet physically. Now, in conclusion, um, to wrap up all the analysis of this poem, it comes in this poem just gives us like a unique point of view, um, also a window into childhood with this language that he uses also to reflect how a kid thinks and acts. Um, he reminds us what it's like to see the world like brand new, like you're a brand like a new kid in the world, just experimenting with all kind of things. It's not just nostalgia, it's like an invitation to relive those moments of freedom, curiosity, and play, like we did when we were kids. And that will be all for my analysis of the poem. And thank you so much for the attention.